Hey everybody, it is Mage Captain Gilshanks, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. I feel a little awkward doing my normal enthusiastic intro because this is sort of a somber time. We just saw Sin basically annihilate all the Crusaders in an instant with just one wave of energy. And now it looks like Sin Gui is back. But we have douchebag Seymour to help us out this time, so it's not all that bad. Look at him, he's like holding him back all on his own. Now, this upcoming battle is an interesting one. This is the first time, and the only time in the entire game that you'll actually be able to play as Seymour and have him in the party. But he's not a normal party member, I will say that much. Now,
Yes.
how to handle this situation? Well, the thing is, Seymour does have his own overdrive. The problem is it takes a very, very, very long time to charge it up. So, what I did was, I actually created a backup save before this whole scenario, before yesterday's video as well. And, the plan is to maybe show Seymour's overdrive as a bonus video, you know, in the future once the Let's Play is over and actually have more time to do so. But in the meantime, I just want to get this guy done with as soon as possible because, yeah, because I don't really have all that much time. So anyway, you will notice that Seymour is not only a black mage, but he's also a white mage. He is a friggin' unstoppable badass, I gotta say. Look at this. He's got all the Ah spells, which we'll never be able to see Lulu wield because that would require actually using the sphere grid, so we're never actually gonna see this again. And he also has white magic. He has Cura, which is obviously a stronger form of Cure. We have Scan, which allows you to sort of not only see the enemy's HP, because you can kind of do that anyway if you have the right kind of a weapon, but it also lets you know what the weaknesses are. And now, these three are the null attacks, or rather the null defenses, I should say. Basically, it takes the 4 elements, and it reduces the damage that you would take from them. So in other words, if you cast Null Blaze, then it reduces the damage you'll take from fire. Null Tide works for water, Null Shock works for electricity. For whatever reason, Seymour does not have Null Frost for ice. I have no idea why they just didn't program it in there. I guess they just wanted to be like, they just wanted to have it even without like, sort of like, I don't even know. But in any case, we're going to use our black magic, and you're going to see how much stronger the Ah attacks are just from the regular one. So first things first, we're going to go after the head, which only has 1,000 HP this time, so this battle will not be as long as the previous one. And the head is already down with one glorious attack. Now, for Yuna, I am going to cure Auron. Truth be told, you really don't need Yuna or Auron for this battle. Seymour will just pretty much dominate the boss, like, instantaneously. Well, not instantaneously, but effortlessly, I should say. But nevertheless, I guess it's good to just sort of have them do something rather than just defend. So in the meantime, we're not going to use fire. We're going to use Fire. Actually, you know what? On the next couple of moves, I'll show you the Thundara and the Blizzara and so on and so forth. So in the meantime, Yuna, you just sit there and defend. Auron, you just charge up your overdrive because I'm sure I could use it later. Now, let's play around with some of the other attacks. Since we actually have them, we get to use them for the one time in the game. Thundara, bitches! Alrighty then, cool. Now, I'm gonna go after the Claw again. Now, I'm thinking about, like, since this is the only time you actually get to have Seymour in your party, I kind of want to play around with him just a little bit and, you know, see what else he can do. So we're going to defend with Yuna once again because she's kind of useless. Now, believe it or not, despite being a friggin' mage, a red mage, I guess you can say, because a red mage is one who actually deals in both black and white magic in the Final Fantasy universe, this guy is also a strong attacker. Look at that. Bam! Yes, that was a critical hit, but still, he's about as strong as Auron. It's absolutely ridiculous. This game is really just sort of rewarding you for going through that really annoying battle with Sin Gui the first time by allowing you to just sort of wail on him the second time, regardless of what your stats are. So, you know, this isn't even really part of the No Sphere Grid challenge, because this is something you have with you no matter what. I meant to heal Auron with that, actually. Whoops. Okay. Now that we've done that, I still want to experiment a little bit more. So now let's see Water. Even though I don't even know if we've ever used water itself. But there you go. There's water, and it does a shit ton of damage as well. And now his claws are gone, or the arms, or whatever you want to call them. I still don't know what to call them. Okay. And now that we're finally done messing around a little bit, let's actually just go after the body. Now that I've shown, oh no, I didn't show Blizzara yet. I guess we'll do that one next. Not a big deal. Let's heal Auron this time. That way he can. I don't even know. Because I would say for the AP, but we don't really need it, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Just for the sake of, like, not having 2 dead party members when we win the battle, I guess. So now let's finish things off with Blizzara. Actually, no, we're not going to finish him off. We have one more attack after that. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Okay. And this bastard's using Demi once again. See how long it takes for Seymour to charge his overdrive? I know it's kind of like that for everybody else, but for whatever reason, Sin Gui is very rarely ever going to go after him directly. So you're going to be sitting around here forever trying to wait for Seymour's overdrive to charge up. So I do plan on doing that as a bonus video. I might not wait till the end of the LP, honestly. I might wait until, like, a day when I can't have an upload ready. I'll just work on that ahead of time. That way it's sort of like a filler sort of a thing. Anyway, we're going to leave Auron alone for now. And Yuna as well. Because we want to finish things off with Seymour, so let's do this. Because I should hopefully get an overkill. Yes! Excellent! Yes! Yes! Glorious! Go down for the second time, bitch! Yeah! Alright. And now, of course, we have to go back to the, you know, the saddening reality that Sin just pretty much wiped the floor with everybody. Poor Kamari didn't even get, you know, as much experience as everybody else because I kind of had to do that previous battle over again off screen. And I had to use Kamari's self-destruct this time, so he didn't get the AP from the original battle, but not that it really matters. Look at this, even Seymour gets AP. He's not even in your party. I actually never noticed that before. And we have 6 level 1 key spheres for getting an overkill on the boss. Believe me, those will come in handy. Even though we're not using the trigger, they have an additional purpose. I don't think it's ever required, though. Just giving you a heads up, it's never required to get an overkill on a boss in this challenge. I don't think it is. If I'm wrong about that, then I will correct myself later on. Or one of you guys can correct me on it, whatever the case may be. But now let's just sit back and watch this scene, because this is sort of the last-ditch effort by the Al Bhed to fire their lasers at Sin. Hopefully they can do it, because then, you know, it wouldn't be a total loss if they could actually manage to pull that off. Well, it looks like it was a lost cause. Not only were the Crusaders wiped out, but the Al Bhed also failed in their attempt to defeat Sin. And it kind of shows that you really don't want to mess around with Sin unless you have the final summoning. It doesn't look like there's any other way we can do it. As such, our journey must go on, guys. I hate to break it to you, but this is not the end of the game. Not by a long shot. This is maybe the 1/3-ish mark, I guess you want to say. I'm not even really 100% sure about that. But I will say this much, though. This is kind of like the first taste you get to see, you know, directly what Sin can do, because for the time being, you've seen him in the past, and he just sort of does his thing, and then it just ends up with Titus teleporting somewhere else. But that's not the case this time. So this time, we actually saw what he can do firsthand. The way he can just eradicate people in the blink of an eye. And this is sort of like the part in the game where the drama really starts to thicken, I guess you can say. Because now, now we really are starting to understand what we're dealing with. Now, this area, I don't think it has any treasure chests, so I'm just going to keep going around. There are some dead bodies you can actually talk to, strangely. I don't know why they made that, you can actually do that. But they're not going to respond, but it's basically Titus just, you know, making remarks about their deaths. There's a couple more over here, as such. Yeah, it's just a lot of that. I don't really see the point in showing that. But if you come over here, you'll see Gata sitting by himself. Now remember, Gata was not involved in the battle because he was ordered to watch the command center. So, in an ironic twist of fate, it kind of saved his life.
What's going on? Why? What's going on? Don't you run away from me!
Everyone, stand back! I'll summon!
You won't hurt it.
Your powers are still too weak.
But I must do something.
You can't.
Titus, I really, really don't recommend doing that, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know you're a good swimmer and all, but you kind of don't want to go by yourself against a giant fucking whale. I'm only saying, once again.
I have no idea what I was thinking.
Yes, I don't know what you're thinking either, dude. You're freaking crazy, man. You're just
Before I knew what I was
insane. You're just
doing,
batshit
there I
insane.
was, chasing him down like a thief at market. Maybe I was angry. Maybe I wanted to go home. I kept thinking of Xanarkand and my
Interesting.
old man.
So he comes into contact with Sin, and suddenly he starts to think of his old man. Maybe there's actually something to what Orin said back in Luca about how Sin is Jecht. It still doesn't really make a lot of sense, and it won't for a long time, but, you know, it does wrap up pretty nicely, you know, in the end. I wouldn't say this is a story with a lot of holes or anything like that. Oh, look at this area. This is an area we won't see again for a while. A very long time, in fact. I would sort of talk about this scene, but there is meaning behind it and there is relevance, but I can't really say it without spoiling things. So I don't know. I don't want to like sit down and shut up for too long of this cutscene. You know what I mean? Because there is supposed to be commentary. That is kind of the point of this whole thing. But still, you know. But we're seeing, you know, clips of Xanarkand, which, you know, and remember, we actually did see something like this at the beginning of the game, too. The first time we came into contact with Sin via the giant asshole in the sky. As soon as we were sucked up into it, we once again saw clips of Xanarkand, so very interesting. And we saw Titus as a little kid, and if you think about it, the last time Jecht actually saw Titus was when he was a little kid, so this sort of represents Jecht's memories of Xanarkand and of his own son.
Why not today?
Why do today what you can leave for tomorrow?
And once again, Titus is being reminded of all the reasons why he can't stand his father. And knowing that his father is pretty much the full incarnate of evil, I think that can only sort of, you know, strengthen it to some extent. I didn't realize how long this freaking cutscene was. But man, we're almost done with the video already, guys. I'm just getting started here, damn it.
My old man there.
I could record a little more, but I want to make sure I get this one up today. That's the reason
Maybe
why I
it was
probably
just
won't
Sin's
record more after
toxin
this.
Playing tricks on my mind.
Come on, get up, Titus. We got work to do, dude. We're not going to beat Sin sitting on our asses like that. We got to keep going. We got to get the final summoning. We have to guide Yuna, or rather guard Yuna, all the way to the end, so that she can receive the final Aeon and defeat Sin on her own. But in the meantime, Yuna's performing another sending, which, remember, the sending is something that a summoner performs. It basically guides the souls of the dead and leads them to the afterlife, so to speak. We're actually going to be learning more about what the afterlife kind of is in this game. Pretty soon, actually. I'd say within, like, 3 or 4 videos or something like that, depending on how things go. But in the meantime, that's really all we can do, is just sort of sit back in awe and, you know, take in this scene for what it really is.
Ended here today. But yours goes on, I see.
What?
That's right, Titus. You managed to survive this whole ordeal, so what exactly are you going to do about it?
Come and gone, but I remained here.
Very interesting. Well, I'm going to go save real quick, because if I don't friggin' save and I have to do that battle over again, it's going to piss me the hell off. So, we're going to save... Alrighty then, having taken care of that, we have another cutscene as soon as we dare to take 2 steps forward.
Satisfied?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Those who turned from Yevon died, while the faithful live on.
The past 10 years have changed you, I see.
You do not look so well. But now, more than ever, you must be the people's strength, their confidence. Anyone else would be expected to show their sorrow. But you are a summoner. You are Spira's hope. Until sin is defeated, you must not relent. Do you understand?
As you can see, Yuna is just sort of,
I understand.
there's a lot of expected of her, I
Are
gotta
you
say.
afraid?
You know, as a summoner, you take on a great mantle. Not only are you, you know, not only do you have the courage to fight against sin, but you also have to be, you know,
Of strength.
the face of hope for
As Yuna
people. You have to
Leska
hide your own feelings and,
Lord Zayon.
in a sense, you know, act as their own crutch, I guess you can say.
Lady Yuna, until next we meet.
Pretty serious stuff, and Yuna's got a lot of emotional turmoil to deal with. But you know what? I'm going to make this one a little bit longer. Because I don't really feel like we accomplished all that much. Just that there were so many freaking cutscenes. I don't act. What am I doing? I don't need to save again. Okay, let's just keep going up. We're going to at least, you know, just get started on the next area of the game. And then we'll probably wrap things up a little bit. It's all fine and good. It's all fine and good. You come over here. Of course, we can't actually go this way yet. We're sort of blocked off from the path. Kind of like that guy in Viridian City in Pokemon. Because, of course, I have to bring up Pokemon because, you know, it's a Final Fantasy Let's Play, so I have to bring up Pokemon in almost every video. But in the meantime, we're going to come down here now, because now that I actually remember, you actually have to talk to somebody first.
Sin is checked.
Yeah. For a while there?
Yep. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Every time we come into contact with Sin, we see flashbacks of Titus when he was a little kid. We see, you know, memories of Xanarkand,
Sin
and
is checked.
it must be Jek's own memories living within Sin. So how exactly did this happen? How did How is Jek Sin? How does Sin keep coming back? What is the meaning behind all this? You know, unfortunately, it's something we're not going to learn for a very long time. We still have a lot to go through in the game before we actually get to that point. But if you're keen enough, you might actually figure it out ahead of time, just based on certain story events that are coming up, particularly in a place called Guado Salam. I didn't figure it out, but then again, I was also like 10 or something like that the first time I played this game, so got me a little bit of slack, you know. It's all fine and good, though. Anyway, now that we're done with all of that, excuse me, never mind. We're not done with this freaking cutscene yet. I hate to end it here because I really don't feel like we did anything, but I don't want this video to go on too long. So thank you guys for watching. The next part of Let's Play Final Fantasy X, we're gonna finally move on with all these cutscenes behind us. We're gonna take on the next major area of the game. So see you guys next time.